I call the honourable member Alfred Nairo.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Kia ora.
Kia ora, Mr Speaker. I rise to take a call on the Local Electorate Amendment Bill in its second reading. I just want to acknowledge our previous Speaker, that Holly Walker is a constructive contributor to our Select Committee. I also want to acknowledge our previous Chair, the Honourable Tim McIndoe, who ably sort of led us through the Electoral Amendment Bill and also through the submissions. Mr Speaker, the one thing though that I must say about our Green member, and talking about transparency and accountability, if I can recall, it was last year in which the Green Party did not have transparency and accountability when they did not disclose that some of their staff members, paid staff members, were paid to solicit signatures from the public for the referendum. Again, a lack of transparency and accountability there, Mr Speaker, so it just somewhat sort of confuses me a little bit about that. In fact, no, I've got to just fresh off the boat that they were caught out. They were actually caught out. They weren't transparent and they were not accountable. But, Mr Speaker, the Select Committee and its changes have been significant. You know, there is growing public pressure and concern about transparent accountability, especially around candidate donations, particularly around anonymous donations. We're clear about that. But the thing is, Mr Speaker, Labor passed the current loose provisions around anonymous donations and had 9 years to fix them. Instead, they waited until they were in opposition before saying anything. And, Mr Speaker, the thing is, changes around the local electorate donations will bring the Local Electoral Act closer in line with the Electoral Act. But, Mr Speaker, they somewhat seem to forget that both major Auckland mayoral candidates were able to receive substantial anonymous donations under Labour's legislation. These challenges and changes will improve their transparency. These changes also reflect the recommendations from the Local Government Commission's review of the Local Electoral Act. Mr Speaker, we feel that as a Select Committee we have put these amendments through. We've listened to the submissions. We feel that this adequately reflects the concerns of the public, and most importantly, Mr Speaker, that the value of trust that we in this Parliament have heard the issues of transparency and accountability will be addressed in this Local Election Amendment Bill. I commend this bill to the House.
I recognise the honourable member Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. This bill, the Local Electoral Amendment Bill, should